In the previous video, we have discussed about how the different properties of the AVL tree and how the insertion will perform. So the first step of insertion, the AVL tree will be treated as the binary search tree, and it will be put into the required leaf node of the binary search tree. After that, the balance factors will be checked. If balance factor is not within the range of the AVL tree, then performing some rotation operations, the tree to be balanced. And we have already found there will be 4 different type of rotations that may be needed, namely LL, RL, RR, and LR rotations. Now the question is that which rotations will be applied for the particular situation. At one situation, only one kind of rotation will be applied. So for deciding that one, we need to check the balance factors of some nodes here. So in the previous discussion already we have already shown that the main 2 crucial nodes are the victim node and the culprit nodes. So I am using these 2 terms. The culprit was the newly inserted data for which the imbalance occurred, and victim is the ancestor node who suffered, means its balance factor is not within the prescribed range of the balance factors. So the different steps that we have to follow in that balancing operation. But first we have to insert the data into the BST as the BST insert perform. After that we have to spot the victim node. So definitely it will be the grandparent of the culprit node. At the same time, we will record who is the parent of the victim node. If the victim node is the root node, then parent will be null. Then definitely we are recording the culprit node, that is the newly inserted node. So we don't need to calculate the balance factors of all the nodes here, but we need to calculate the balance factor of 3 nodes, the crucial 3. What is the balance factor of the victim? Definitely it is not within the range. That's why we need to go for the balancing. Anyway, so victims balance factor have to be calculated to decide whether we need the balancing or not. If after the insertion victim also is not victim's balance factor also not exceeding the limits, then insertion is completed there itself. So at the same time we will calculate the balance factor of the culprit node. Definitely the leaf node. So leaf node balance factor is always 0. And the parent of the culprit. So parent of the culprit will be either the left side of the victim node or maybe the right side of the victim node. So after these 3 nodes balance factor has been calculated, definitely culprit is already known as 0. Only the victim and the parent of the culprit, these 2 have to be calculated separately. And the complexity lies there itself, how to calculate these balance factors. Balance factor. Now, after calculating the balance factors, the next step is that check. Now we have to decide which of the 4 rotations are called. So you can see here LL rotation, RL rotation, RR, and LR. These 4 rotations, any one of them has to be activated. But when? That decision can be taken by this logic. So simply check the balance factor of the victim node. If it is greater than 2 or 1, that means it is must be 2. Though this greater than symbol is given, it cannot be more than 2. So always it will be 2. That means it is not a balanced one. And it is positive. It means the left subtree is longer than the right subtree. Then we will say in the balance factor of the victim's left. From this one, it is already clear that left side is longer one. So left subtree is longer one. Now we will check the victim's left side's balance factor. Is it greater than 0? That means it is, if this situation is true, this may be either -1 or it may be +1. Now we are checking whether it is greater than 0. This is +1. If greater than this is +1, so our tree structure is of this form. This represents this one. So this is the victim node, this is the culprit node. So in that case, the situation demands the LL rotation to be called. So balance factor of this one is 2, balance factor of this one is 1, this is 0. So sign of these two are same and both are positive. That's why LL rotation. But victim's balance factor will be still true if the tree is of this form. This is the newly inserted data. In that case, balance factor of this node will be -1. So in this case, we will need the RL rotation. Imbalance was created by the right side of the left side of the victim node. So imbalances towards the left side can be maintained by these two, following any of these two. Then if the balance factor of the victim node, if this node's balance factor was less than -1, then it must be -2. So if it is -2, the subtree is longer in this side. So in that case, we will not come this side, we will have to go for this side. Then again we will check if the balance factor of the victim's right side, this is the victim node, this right side, balance factor of this one, is it less than 0? Less than 0, possible value here is -1. So if this is the balance factor of this one, then the newly inserted node is here. So balance factor can be -1. So in this situation, we have to perform the operation that is named as RR rotation. We have created the imbalance, that is the right side of the victim node. So RR rotation will be activated. But this node may have still the -2 as a balance factor if instead of this one, insertion was performed here. So in this situation, balance factor of this node will be +1, +1, because this is the newly inserted data and the right side was not present at the time, and this will lead to a imbalance into this particular node. So in this situation, it will demand a LR rotation because the imbalance was created by the left side of the right side of the imbalance node. So by these 4 conditions, any one of them will be active, because after insertion of one data, any of these 4 situations will be fulfilled. Now let us check the operation that will be needed for the LL rotation here first. Let us assume this situation that we have just now inserted the value A to a already existing AVL tree. So before that, it was fulfilling all the properties of the AVL tree, but that due to the insertion of this A, imbalance occurred. Now, for making the tree balanced one, this part of the tree has to be converted to this structure. Now, for our reference, I am just mentioning the different size that may have in the other nodes also. So let us name them as AL. A is left, AR, A is right. This is B is right, and this is the C is right. These subtrees may be empty also, but finally these subtrees will come to these positions here. So now this is some pseudocode written in the C form, in a C notation here. So here I have not mentioned any data types and others. I am giving the pseudocode only. For making the function, we need to parameter like the root also. So that is up to the implementation logic. But here my crucial logic of the LL rotation are mentioned here. So before we maintain these pointers, first we have to know about the culprit's parent. Now, because the whole pointer modifications are coming around the B, around the node B. A causes the imbalance. Imbalance is faced in the victim node, but rotation will be done around the node B. So this node address is very crucial for us. So we preserve the victim's left node. Why we have recorded left? Because this is the LL rotation and this node is in the left hand side. So after preserving this node's address, victim's left side. Now once we have preserved the address of this node in a different temporary variable, this pointer, the left pointer of the victim node, we can reuse from other activity. So the victim's left is assigned as the culprit's parent. So this was the culprit node. Culprit node's parent was this one. Just now we have computed. So this will be assigned in the victim's left. Culprit's parent right. Culprit's parent right part was BR. So BR will be stored in the C node's left pointer. And this pointer was previously used for storing the address of B, but we have already freed this out by this statement. So these two statements are over. Then the culprit's parent that already we have noted down here. This node's right side, and this part is already preserved in the left part of the node C. Now this pointer of B become reusable. Now here we are storing the address of the victim node. So these three pointer operations will result in this particular structure of the tree. Previously this was unbalanced. Now after that it will become balanced one. But still our operation is not finished. Why? Because we have concentrated only on a small sub part of the whole tree. But this may be a part of the bigger tree. So that modification should be reflected to the whole tree. So for this one, this part will be here, and that will depend on whether the culprit node, the victim node, had its parent node or not. If it did not have the parent node, then it indicated that C was the root node. So after that, after the balancing, the B should be coming to the position of the root node, and this is indicated here. If the parents of the victim node is equal to null, parent victim we have sent as a parameter here. It is already calculated while the parents factors was computed. Culprit parent is root. You declare this one. So based on the implementation, so different notations to be used. So whether you are passing by reference or pass by array, whatever you are doing, so some activities to be done here to reflect this sense. Practically, meaning is that root to be sensed. If the victim's parent is not null, it indicates that this is not a complete tree. Some other nodes was there in ancestral part. So the else part will be executing. Again, we have two situations now, because this may be the left side of some node, or it may be the right side of some other node. So based on the different situation, whoever is the parent of this node, okay, they are either the left side or the right side to be modified, and this logic simply explains about that. So if parent of victim's information, parent of the victim's information that are present here was less than victim's information. Victim is the C node, so its content. If it is less than the parent, that means it was in the left hand side. So victim's parent's left will point to the culprit's parent, then new B. So the structure will be of this form. Otherwise, the parent victim right. Otherwise means the parent's victim's information was not smaller. So it should be in the right hand side. So if it is the right hand side, parent in this side. So in that case, the parent's right pointer should point to the node B. So this is recorded here. So though we have written many pointer assignment statements here, practically 1, 2, 3, and any one of these three will execute, because based on a different situation, any one of these three will execute only one, not all the three. So practically by only 4 pointer assignments, the whole LL rotation will be maintained. So this is about the LL rotation. Similarly, you can find out what will be the different pointer assignments for RL rotation. In that case, the A will be in this side, and our resultant tree will be this one. Then what are the position of AL, those things we have to find it out. Definitely the position of them will not be same. So you just try the other 3 operations of your own, and these for the pseudocode of other 3 operations will be given in your homework activity link there. You can try those things. But first understand this operation, LL rotation. Then if you have understood this one, remaining 3 will be very simple, because only a few statements will be changed from this set of statements only. Okay, first understand this one. You take a very simple example of your own, construct a very simple binary search tree, balanced one, then you just try to insert one data so that it violates the balance factors and LL rotation is needed. Then just you try to analyze whatever the pointers needed to modify in that resultant tree. Then it will clarify your